Across the planet, humanity has adapted to some of the most extreme and unpredictable environments on Earth. From people living high in the treetops of dense rainforests, to sea nomads who have spent generations moving with the ocean, to desert and mountain communities shaped by isolation and endurance. These are not just survival stories. They are powerful reflections of human creativity, resilience, and the ability to thrive where life seems almost impossible. In this journey, we explore 10 extraordinary communities, each with a way of life shaped entirely by their environment and history. From the vast landscapes of Africa to the diverse cultures of Asia, from the frozen extremes of Siberia to the remote worlds of South America, we travel deep into the extraordinary. Across the vast, sunburnt plains of East Africa, where golden grasslands stretch to the horizon and wildlife moves in ancient rhythms, the Maasai people have lived for centuries in remarkable harmony with the land. From southern Kenya to northern Tanzania, their presence is unmistakable, tall silhouettes draped in vivid red shukas, standing watch over cattle that are not merely livestock, but the very foundation of their culture. Historically, the Maasai were semi-nomadic pastoralists, following seasonal rains in search of fresh grazing lands, their movements guided by deep knowledge passed down through generations. Life for the Maasai is shaped by tradition, resilience, and a profound connection to nature. Ceremonies mark the journey from childhood to warriorhood, where young men prove their strength and courage, echoing practices that have endured for hundreds of years. Their homes, simple earth-built structures, rise from the land itself, blending seamlessly into the landscape they protect. Yet today, this timeless way of life stands at a crossroads. Modern development, conservation boundaries, and climate change are reshaping their world. Still, the Maasai endure, their identity unbroken, guardians of a heritage as enduring as the plains they call home, and a living testament to the balance between humanity and the wild. Along the scattered islands and turquoise waters of the Andaman Sea, the Moken people have lived as true nomads of the ocean for generations. Moving between the coasts of Thailand and Myanmar, their lives are shaped by the tides, the winds, and the shifting moods of the sea. Traditionally, the Mokens spent most of the year aboard handcrafted wooden boats known as kabang, where entire families lived, fished, and journeyed across open waters. With no fixed borders and no permanent homes on land, their world was fluid, defined not by maps, but by memory, instinct, and an intimate understanding of the ocean's rhythms. What sets the Moken apart is their extraordinary adaptation to the marine world. From a young age, children learn to dive with remarkable ease, their vision underwater far sharper than most humans, allowing them to gather shellfish and hunt beneath the surface with precision. Their knowledge of the sea is so refined that it once helped them survive the devastating 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, recognizing the ocean's warning signs long before disaster struck. Yet today, their ancient way of life is under threat from modern borders, environmental changes, and restrictions on movement. Even so, the Moken remain deeply connected to the sea, carrying forward a fragile but powerful legacy of survival, freedom, and harmony with nature. Along the dramatic sandstone cliffs of the Bandiagara escarpment in Mali, the Dogon people have built a civilization that appears to rise directly from the rock itself. Their villages cling to the escarpment in a striking blend of architecture and landscape, shaped by centuries of adaptation to both environment and history. Oral traditions speak of migrations and the need for refuge, driving them to these elevated, defensible heights. Constructed from earth and stone, Their homes, granaries, and sanctuaries reflect a deep understanding of both practicality and symbolism, where every structure carries meaning beyond its physical form. Yet the Dogon world extends far beyond what is visible. Their culture is rich with ritual, where masked dances animate the cliffs with movement and spirit, connecting the living to their ancestors. Intricate carvings and ceremonies express a cosmology that has long fascinated researchers, blending observation of the natural world with spiritual belief. For the Dogon, the universe is not distant, it is present, alive, and woven into daily life. In the silence of the cliffs and the rhythm of their traditions, they preserve a worldview that has endured across generations, offering a rare glimpse into a society where history, nature, and spirituality remain inseparably intertwined. In the remote, emerald depths of Papua, where rivers coil through an unbroken canopy and the forest hums with unseen life, the Korowai tribe have shaped a way of living unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. Here, high above the shadowed ground, their homes rise into the treetops, fragile yet formidable structures suspended more than 30 meters in the air. Built with stone tools, vines, and instinct refined over generations, these towering dwellings are both refuge and statement, a response to a world of floods, predators, and ancient rivalries. Until the late 20th century, the Korowai lived in near-total isolation, their existence unfolding beyond the reach of modern maps, governed instead by the rhythms of the forest itself. For the Korowai, the rainforest is not simply a place, it is a living system that sustains and defines them. Every sound, every movement carries meaning. Sago palms are harvested for food, wild pigs are hunted in silence beneath the canopy, and rivers serve as both pathways and lifelines. Knowledge is not written, but lived, passed from one generation to the next through practice, memory, and survival. Their beliefs weave together the physical and the spiritual, where unseen forces inhabit the forest and shape daily life. In a rapidly changing world, the Korowai remain a rare and powerful reminder of humanity's ancient connection to nature, enduring, adaptive, and profoundly in tune with the land that has always been their home. High in the rugged cliffs of the eastern Himalayas, where clouds drift through pine forests and silence feels almost sacred, the Tiger's Nest Monastery rises from the rock face like a vision. Located in the heart of Bhutan, this extraordinary monastery is one of the most revered spiritual sites in the Buddhist world. According to legend, the great Master Guru Padmasambhava arrived here in the 8th century, meditating in a cave after journeying through the mountains on the back of a flying tigress. From that moment, the cliffs became a place of deep spiritual power, drawing monks who dedicated their lives to meditation and enlightenment. Today, the monks of Tiger's Nest continue this ancient tradition in near seclusion, living a life shaped by discipline, simplicity, and devotion. Each day begins before sunrise with chanting that echoes through stone halls, followed by long hours of meditation and study of Buddhist teachings. Cut off from the noise of the modern world, they maintain a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for centuries. Yet their existence is not one of isolation alone. It is a quiet commitment to inner peace, carried out in one of the most dramatic landscapes on earth. Suspended between sky and stone, the monks of Tiger's Nest embody a living link between history, faith, and the enduring search for meaning. For centuries, across the shimmering waters of Southeast Asia, the Bajau people have lived a life shaped entirely by the sea. Long before modern borders divided the region into Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines, the Bajau moved freely across coral-rich waters, navigating by stars, tides, and instinct. Their wooden boats, simple handcrafted vessels, became floating homes, carrying entire families across vast ocean horizons. To the Bajau, the sea was not a barrier, but a living world, one that provided food, identity, and a sense of belonging that stretched far beyond land. Over generations, this deep connection evolved into one of the most extraordinary human adaptations on Earth. Bajau divers descend silently into the blue, holding their breath for minutes at a time, hunting with remarkable precision beneath the surface. Children learn to swim before they can walk, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the ocean. But today, this ancient way of life faces growing challenges, from environmental change to modern borders and settlement pressures. And yet, the spirit of the Bajau endures, a powerful reminder of humanity's ability to adapt, survive, and find harmony in even the most unforgiving environments. In the frozen heart of Siberia, where winter temperatures can plunge far below degrees C and the land lies locked in ice for much of the year, the Yakut people, also known as the Saka, have forged a life in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Across the vast expanse of the Saka Republic, their history stretches back centuries, shaped by migration, survival, and a deep understanding of the unforgiving Arctic landscape. Here, where the ground itself remains permanently frozen, the Yakut have adapted in extraordinary ways, raising hardy livestock, preserving food through natural freezing, and building homes designed to withstand extreme cold. Yet beyond survival, the Yakut people possess a rich cultural world rooted in tradition and resilience. Their lives are closely tied to nature, guided by ancient beliefs that honor spirits of the land, sky, and water. During the brief summer, when the sun lingers endlessly above the horizon, communities gather to celebrate Usiak, a vibrant festival marking renewal, life, and connection. Despite the pressures of modernization and a rapidly changing climate, the Yakut continue to preserve their language, customs, and identity. In a land of ice and silence, their story is one of endurance, an enduring testament to humanity's ability to adapt, survive, and find meaning even in the most extreme corners of the world.